Happy Oscar Day, everyone! Tonight, we are finally gonna find out who is taking home that shiny gold man at the Academy Awards, but Oscar Schmosker, baby. The real award is the winner of the Oscar Science Awards, voted by all of you. And legally, I have to say, Oscar Science Awards has no relation to the Oscars themselves. Oscar Science is based off my neighbor, whose name is Oscar. In a way, these awards are kind of cooler than the Academy Awards because, you know, PricewaterhouseCoopers, they don't tell you how many votes someone got. Here, you get to see all the votes. It's full transparency. Also, this is much shorter. The voters are true cinephiles that actually watch all the films. I mean, you guys didn't think Brutalist was too long? You thought it was too short. You didn't get squeamish in the substance. And also, you always had I'm Still Here on your radar. All right, so here's the thing. I typically use these poker chips to help represent each voter. But last year, we received over 300 votes, which is a lot more of these poker chips that I had. So I went out and bought these smaller chips that would cover around 300 voters. But when I went to go see how many people voted in this experiment, oh my God! Yeah, so I don't have enough of these. Now, I was gonna just show you the results, maybe using some graphics or pie charts or something, instead of moving the votes around on the table. But where's the fun in that? So yesterday, I went out, bought a bunch of these beads. So this year, each vote is gonna be represented by one of these little tiny beads. So are you ready to see who wins? 1,714 ballots. By the way, thank you everyone for taking up the time, filling out a Google form and submitting that ballot. And reminder, in order to win, a film needs to receive 50% plus one ballot to win. All right, so half of 1714, that's 857 ballots, so 858. That's our magic number a film needs to win. Or in other words, the film needs to receive over 50% of the vote. So these are all your votes. Are you guys ready to see who wins the Oscar Science Award? Here we go. Coming in last place, I'm gonna give you a moment to think about it. Who do you think's in last place? And who said Amelia Perez? And you're wrong, it's actually a complete unknown. Over 1,700 ballots voted. Guys, no joke, complete unknown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes only. Less than half of 1% of the vote. Second to last place. Who do you think that is? All right, who said Amelia Perez? This time you're right, it was Amelia Perez. It was Amelia Perez, I think that goes right here. Amelia Perez got 22 votes here. Nickel Boys we have with 87 votes here. And next we have Wicked. Wicked has 94 votes. The Brutalist comes in with 156 votes. Conclave comes in 5th place, 192 votes. In 4th place, Ainda Estoy Aquí. I'm Still Here. That's what I'm talking about, baby. 132 votes. The Duneheads retaliating for the Academy snubbing Villeneuve. It was claimed one of the greatest sci-fi films ever made earlier this year. You all made sure we remembered it though. 3rd place, 258 votes. Then in 2nd place, this was a surprise, The Substance, 258 votes. Clearly we love it more than the Academy. We gave it 2nd place. And then coming in 1st place, we have Anora, 382 votes. All right, so right off the bat, Anora scoring more than 100 votes beyond its 2nd place film. Now you might notice right off the bat that if you added up all these numbers I just mentioned, it's actually short of the original ballots that I received because some of the ballots either skip this portion of ranking films or put multiple films in that 1st position. And when you rank 2 films at number 1, say you have a Dune at number 1 and you have Substance at number 1, I can't choose for you what pile to put that in. So I had to throw a few ballots that didn't correctly fill out the ballot as instructed. Those ballots were very few though and will be counted in the other categories. All right, so Anora currently leading with 22.3% of the vote. A complete unknown clearly last place with 0.4% of the vote. A complete unknown I think refers to the people who would rank this film number 1. I'm kidding. But unfortunately, the film has been eliminated because it received the least amount of votes. Got a big old jar for these little votes. Alrighty. Boom. But don't worry, complete unknown lovers, because we're not going to throw your vote away, right? We're going to go ahead and disperse your votes to your number 2 choice, so that way your vote still is counted. All right, so let's go ahead and redistribute these votes. We had 1 went to Honora, 1 went to The Substance, 1 went to Dune, 1 went to I'm Still Here, 1 went to Conclave, actually 2 went to Conclave, and 1 went to Wicked. All right, so clearly that redistribution hasn't really affected the results, so we are going to eliminate the film that is currently in last place to redistribute those votes. Now in last place is Amelia Perez. So unfortunately, Amelia Perez has been eliminated. All right, for those who voted for Amelia Perez, I'm gonna go ahead and redistribute your vote though to your number 2 choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and sort through and tell you what those number 2 votes were. All right, I went ahead and sorted through the Amelia Perez's votes, and here's what we got. Honora gained 8 of them. The Substance gained 1. Dune Part 2 gained 3. I'm Still Here gained 2. And Conclave gained 5. And Wicked gained 1. All right, those are the redistribution of the Amelia Perez's ballots. 2 of those ballots actually couldn't redistribute the votes because one of the ballots listed 2 films and their number 2 choice, and the other ballot only listed Amelia Perez, and that's it. That's all they wanted, baby. But unfortunately, because you didn't list any other films, I have to throw those ballots away. So those are gone. All right, moving on. So now we have to eliminate the film currently in last place, and unfortunately, that is Nickel Boys. Nickel Boys out pretty early, kind of breaks my heart, but Nickel Boys is unfortunately eliminated. So we're gonna go ahead and take the Nickel Boys votes, 87 votes here, and we're gonna redistribute them. Now, mind you, Nickel Boys hasn't picked up any votes throughout this process so far. Clearly, a passion picked, right? Ranked very first on a ballot, and then on the other ballots, ranked kind of mid to last on those ballots. But we're gonna go ahead and redistribute these Nickel Boys ballots to their number 2 choice. So let me go ahead and pour them out. Now, if you voted for Nickel Boys at number 1, this is one of your votes that are gonna be redistributed. All right, so let me go ahead and resort these ballots. All right, went ahead and sorted through the Nickel Boys ballots. And by the way, Nickel Boys, they all filled out their ballots correctly. We have Conclave, gained 4 of those votes. 5 votes was to Wicked, which that's an interesting choice though, right? My favorite movie is Nickel Boys and number 2 is Wicked. It's just very interesting, but there's 5 of you. Then we have I'm Still Here, got 8 of those votes. Dune 2 got 11 votes. The Substance got 12 of those votes. The Brutalists got 16 of those votes. And gaining the most votes from that was Honora. It gained 31 of those votes, second place votes from Nickel Boys. So we're gonna add that to the Honora pile. Fantastic. All right, so you can already kind of start seeing, right, which films perform a little bit better on that preferential ballot. Since this process started, Honora gained 40 votes. The Brutalist has gained 16, so maybe the Brutalist doesn't drive passion, but does drive some form of respect. Wicked has only gained 7 votes throughout this process. Unfortunately, it's in last place now. No film has the votes it needs to win, so Wicked has been eliminated. All right. All right, now let's go ahead and redistribute all these Wicked votes to their number 2 choice. And not just the Wicked votes, right? There's a complete unknown in there. There's Amelia Perez, a few Nickel Boys. So we're gonna redistribute all these votes to the next film on their ballot that's in play. All right, so I've sorted through the Wicked votes. I want you to kind of think about what type of films do you imagine Wicked lovers like second? Do you think it's Honora? Do you think it's The Substance? Do you think it's The Brutalist? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Wicked, 3 votes, only 3 of them went for The Brutalist. The Substance got 16 of those votes. 17 votes went to Dune Part 2. I'm Still Here got 12 of those votes. Anora got 21 votes. And the leader of the second place votes for Wicked was actually Conclave with 31 votes. So we're gonna add those votes to that stack. Wicked fans, clearly their choice was Conclave. It had the biggest bump from that round. Conclave gained 31 votes. Wicked fans, not so much a fan of the Brutalist, only gaining 3 votes from that redistribution. So here is the current percentage standing. All right, so Anora now has 25.9% of the vote. The Substance has 17.8% of the vote. Dune Part 2 has 17% of the vote. I'm Still Here has 14.9, Conclave has 13.7, and The Brutalist has 10.2. So no film clearly has over the 50% vote that it needs. So we're gonna go ahead and eliminate the film in last place, which is The Brutalist. Unfortunately, The Brutalist has been eliminated. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and redistribute these Brutalist votes here. We have 175 votes to redistribute. So let me go ahead and sort through and see what's number 2 on all of these ballots. Okay, went ahead and redistributed the Brutalist ballots. The vote was as follows. We have I'm Still Here, got 11 of those votes. And then we have The Substance with 27 votes. And then we have Dune Part 2, got 35 votes. And then we have Anora. Anora scored 45 of those votes. But the biggest earner of that round was, once again, Conclave with 57 votes. So we're gonna go ahead and add these 57 votes to Conclave. No votes were stuck in my hand. Okay, all right, so before that distribution, the film that was next on the chopping block was Conclave. However, after that redistribution of the Brutalist votes, it actually climbed its way over I'm Still Here. And I think maybe a reason why was I think a lot of people omitted the I'm Still Here from their ballot because I think it still isn't widely available for everybody. So unfortunately, I'm Still Here has been eliminated. All right. So I'm Still Here coming in 5th place. So now we're gonna go ahead and go through these ballots and redistribute those votes. There's a lot of them, whoa! All right, I'll redistribute. Let's go ahead and sort through all these ballots here. All right, I went ahead and redistributed those votes. And the votes were as follows. Anora got 78 of those votes. 78 votes goes to Anora. Fantastic. And then we went ahead and Substance got 50 of those votes. Substance got 50. Whee! Oh no, I dropped one. Yvette, can you pick it up for me? Boom. And then we got Dune, got 51 of those votes. Perfect. And then we got Conclave, again, the leader of that round as well, gaining 84 votes. So Conclave doesn't get a lot of those first place votes, but boy, does it pick up votes along the way. A lot of people like Conclave. Do a lot of people love it? Some people love it, but a lot of people like it a lot. And it gains 84 votes from that round. So Conclave has another massive jump in that round. Anora jumps up to 78, but Conclave jumped up 109 votes. Currently, Anora's leading with about 33.1% of the vote. So we need to eliminate a film in last place and check this out. You'll see that these are very closely around the same levels. Conclave was gaining a lot of ground. It had 375 votes, but Dune 2 had 376. Just one single vote. One vote prevented Dune 2 from being eliminated. The film in last place is Conclave by a single vote. So we're gonna go ahead and eliminate Conclave Shocking. It was making such good ground, but it didn't ultimately gain enough votes to keep it around. So Conclave has been eliminated. So Conclave gets 4th place, and we're gonna go ahead and redistribute the Conclave ballots. So let me go ahead and pour these out. Look at these are a lot of ballots for me to resort and go through its 2nd and 3rd place votes. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Oh my Lord. This is so many votes. I'm actually gonna have Yvette come and help me sort through these votes because this is getting a little too cray-cray.
3 hours later.
All right, it took me a while to go through all the ballots, but here were the results. Dune Part 2 earned 83 votes from that redistribution. And then we had Honora gained 130. And The Substance gained 159 votes. All right, so let's do a recap of the score. So Honora now has 40.7% of the vote, and The Substance has 31.7%. And in last place is now 26.9. So we are going to be coming down to the last round. Dune 2 did very well in 3rd place, but unfortunately, Dune 2 has been eliminated. However, the Dune 2 heads hold a lot of power. They're gonna decide, along with the votes that followed it, they're gonna decide Best Picture between Honora and, could you believe it, The Substance. Those 2 films are in contention for Best Picture, and it's gonna be decided on whatever is ranked higher on these ballots. Is it gonna be Honora or The Substance? And that's the power of the preferential ballot, right? Is The Substance too divisive to be ranked 2 and 3 and 4? But let's just redistribute these votes and find out. So we're gonna go ahead and take these votes. Okay, don't spill the ballots. Don't spill your beads. More counting. I am so tired of counting. All right, well, The Substance put up one hell of a fight. It's probably the bottom half of the Academy. Here, it comes in at number 2. It gained 167 votes. But coming in 1st place, gaining 284 votes, Honora. So that means Honora wins with 57.5% of the vote. Again, so incredibly impressed by the taste of the Oscar science community. Our top 3 films, Dune 2, The Substance, and Honora. So I'm Still Here was in the top 5. We were a little harsh, I think, on The Brutalist and Nickel Boys. Those films generate a lot of love, but its passion is got a threshold point. Something else I also wanted to point out, this is a chart showing the votes. You can see Honora here, we have The Substance, I'm Still Here, and Dune leading the 1st place votes. And when I scroll over to last place, I almost fell out of my chair laughing. I mean, just for the drama. That blue line right over here, yeah. That's how many last place votes Amelia Perez received. Amelia Perez ranked last in 969 ballots. If your favorite film didn't win, I just want to remind you that your vote ultimately did play a part in the final results here. So our 2nd annual Oscar Science Best Film Award goes to Honora. But that's just the best film. Remember, we had you vote on the other categories as well. So let me reset and we'll announce the winners of those other categories. And guys, these results are incredible, in my opinion. All right, let's start with Best Supporting Actor. All right, starting with Best Supporting Actor, I went ahead and sorted the votes. Here are the results. Coming in last place, Edward Norton received 3.6 of the vote. Put that here. Second to last, we had Guy Pearce, came in with 13.9% of the vote. And then we have Yura Borisov. He came in 3rd place with 23% of the votes. And coming in 2nd place, we have Jeremy Strong with 28.6% of the vote, which means Kieran Culkin is our winner of Best Supporting Actor with 33.6% of the vote. It came down to the 2 Succession boys, but Kieran Culkin took it at the end. So let's move on to Best Supporting Actress. All right, so Best Supporting Actress, the votes were coming in last place, Monica Barbaro with 9.3% of the vote. Next, this is kind of surprising, Zoe Saldana with only 13.8% of the vote. All right, and tied for second and third place, we have Isabella Rossellini and we have Felicity Jones, both with 16.6% of the vote. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, coming in first place with 43.7% of the vote, Ariana Grande.
Killing it.
Guys, all season long, I've wanted Ariana Grande to pick up one single prize, and we did it, everyone. Saldana may win the Oscar, but it was Grande that won the real award. And I couldn't be more pleased, personally. So thank you for making my dream come true. And I love Ariana Grande and Wicked, so I think she's deserving of this. If anyone can send her the results of this and tell her that she had won the award by cinephiles like you, that way we can probably get an acceptance speech. That would be pretty amazing. But anyways, moving on to Best Actor. All right, here are the results of Best Actor. Coming in last place, this is surprising, Timothée Chalamet only comes in with 13.3% of the vote. All right, coming in fourth place, we have Ralph Fiennes with 16.9% of the vote. And then in third place, that's where we have Mr. Coleman Domingo with 18.3% of the vote. And then we have in second place, amazingly, Sebastian Stan, very deserving. He has second place with 19.2% of the vote. And that means, of course, coming in first place, I think the person who deserves it, Adrian Brody with 32.4% of the vote. A lot of fantastic performances this year. I'm not really surprised that the love is spread amongst all these great candidates, but The Brutalist takes its first prize of the night. So what about actress? Will we go for more? Are we going for Torres? Are we doing Madison? Well, let's find out. All right, I just sorted out the votes, and this is crazy. Over 1,700 votes, only 8 of them went to Carla Sofia Gascon. She gets 8 votes. Wowza. Doesn't even reach half of 1% of the vote. Next, we have Cynthia Erivo with 4% of the vote. And in third place, that's where we have Fernanda Torres with an incredible 25% of the vote. And coming in second, is it Moore or is it Madison? You ready for this? There is no second place. 1,705 votes total, and it was an exact tie. Both actresses received the same amount of votes, both receiving 601 votes each, both receiving 35.2% of the vote. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this up. Only our second year doing this, and we already have our first Streisand Hepburn-like tie, and we follow the same rules as the Academy, so both Moore and Madison wins the Oscar Science Best Actress Award in a tie. When I read that, I was like, no freaking way. There's no way. But hey, they always say every vote matters, but this time it's completely true. All right, Best Director, and this one's an interesting one, guys. We have James Mangold coming in with 17 votes, 1% of the vote, tied with Jacques Audiard, also coming in with 17 votes, 1% of the vote. They tied with last place. And then we have, and this was a nail biter, ladies and gentlemen, in third place was Sean Baker. He received 31.2% of the vote. Guys, in second place, Coralie Farshaw with only 3 more votes than Sean Baker. Sean Baker got 31.2% of the vote. Coralie Farshaw got 31.3% of the vote. That means, ladies and gentlemen, coming in first place, Brady Corbet, baby. 35.5% of the vote. So you guys didn't think The Brutalist maybe should get Best Picture? Well, I mean, some of you did. But You all said, yeah, that directing achievement, that's one hell of achievement. You awarded the right guy, I would say. These are the 3 best directors from this lineup. Sorry to these people who voted for this. These are the 3 best directors of this lineup. Corley Verja, I mean, come on, her film was like a punch in the face. Sean Baker, always doing incredible work and elevating his film to new heights and new territories. And then Brady Corbet, I mean, come on. I mean, that vision was so ambitious. So yeah, I love the results of this one. I think this is spot on. Film that got 6th place in picture, but you guys recognize the director achievement of The Brutalist. Very, 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 very deserved win. Brady Corbet wins our Best Director prize. Okay, I also asked you screenplay categories. I didn't have little heads for that, so I'm just gonna tell you the results of that one. All right, so the winner of the original screenplay category was Anora, receiving 37.6% of the vote, just edging out The Substance by 4 votes. So The Substance almost took original screenplay. It was just 4 votes away. And then right after that was The Real Pain at 18%. And an adapted screenplay. Coming in first place, it was overwhelming. The most dominating win, we have Conclave winning with 63.7% of the vote, over 1,000 votes for it. And then we had Nickel Boys with 17.7% of the vote, but Conclave was the easy winner in adapted screenplay. Guys, just to recap what we've done, I mean, our awards are as follow. We have Anora in Best Picture. We have Brady Corbet for Director. We gave Best Actress to both Moore and Madison. We got Adrian Brody. We got Culkin. We got Grande. The screenplay, we gave it to Anora. We gave it to Conclave. I don't know what the Academy is gonna do tonight, but I know it's not gonna be as sick as the winners that we picked. I'm just gonna say that, and that's because of you guys. So again, I have to say, I mean, Academy Award, I mean, this is the award I think you want to win. So once again, thank you all for participating. And next year, I'll try to add some more categories if you'd like. I would love to have done international film this year, as I'm sure I'm Still Here would have killed it, easily taking that, especially seeing how poorly Amelia Perez did in this experiment. But let me know in the comment section below whether this is something you'd like to see me do next year. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit that subscribe button down below. Follow me on Twitter if you'd like, links in the bio. Wishing you all a wonderful evening watching the Academy Awards, and until next time, everybody, I'll see you at the Oscars, which is in like 3 hours.